you were to tell me that central banks, governments, and Keynesian economists were in an uproar and hated something, I would put my fingers to your lips and say, shh, shh. You don't even have to tell me what it is. Whatever it is, I love it. In this particular case, it happens to be Bitcoin. With Bitcoin now on the cusp of breaking through $12,000 and a $200 billion market cap, it seems all the puppets of the archaic, violent, tyrannical system of money and banking are losing their shit. The Federal Reserve's Vice Chairman of Supervision, Randy Quarles, issued a warning 6 days ago, saying that while digital currencies are not yet causing major concerns at their current usage levels, more serious financial stability issues may result if they achieve wide-scale usage. The ECB actually urged its archaic banking system to try to process things as though computers and the internet exist to compete with Bitcoin. A member of the ECB's executive board, Yves Mersch, came out and said that banks need to implement instant payments as soon as possible and provide an alternative narrative to the ongoing public debate on the alleged innovation brought by virtual currency schemes. Did he say alleged? Alleged? Of course, the real schemes are the fiat paper backed by nothing and printed at will without limit by central banks like the ECB and the Federal Reserve. It's no surprise that most governments across the board take similar positions to that of the ECB's, especially India, who not long ago enacted very strict capital controls in the form of banning large denomination Indian rupees and forcing their citizens to pay taxes and account for the obsolete bills as they cash them in for smaller ones. The Indian Finance Minister Arun Jaitley just recently stated that the government does not recognize Bitcoin as legal tender. Another example is in the US, where Senator Dianne Feinstein has said that the country needs to update its anti-money laundering laws to amend the definition of financial account and financial institution to include digital currencies and digital exchanges. Also, the criminal US Senate Judiciary Committee is working on Bill S-1241 that aims to criminalize the intentional concealment of ownership or control of financial accounts. That's right, US citizens. You have to show Big Brother exactly what you're doing. And if you don't, well then you're a terrorist. That's what you get for living in the land of the free. Then there's the socialist utopia of Venezuela, where the government has been attacking Bitcoin miners and stealing their hardware, and is now coming out with their own government-issued crypto called the Petro, backed by the nation's oil, gas, gold, and diamond reserves. I'm looking forward to hearing the sketchy-ass details on the Petro. It's most likely that the reason the Venezuelan government is doing it is because they can't even afford to pay for the paper to print up their strong Bolivar notes anymore. And Stephen Roach, his middle name isn't Cock, is it? A senior fellow at Yale said, "Bitcoin is a dangerous speculative bubble by any shadow or stretch of the imagination. I've never seen a chart of a security where the price really has a vertical pattern to it, and Bitcoin is the most vertical of any pattern I've ever seen in my career." Roach is a Keynesian economist at Yale, so you can forgive him for not even knowing what a security is. According to Investopedia, a security represents an ownership position in a publicly traded corporation via stock, a creditor relationship with a governmental body or a corporation represented by owning that entity's bond, or rights to ownership as represented by an option. Bitcoin isn't a stock, it's certainly not a creditor relationship with a government or corporation, and it isn't a right to ownership represented by an option, it's the right to ownership in and of itself. Roach doesn't understand that Bitcoin is money. Keynesians don't understand money anyway. That's why they destroy every fiat currency they create in eventual hyperinflation. And Joseph Stiglitz continued to make the rounds on the fake stream media, trying to talk down Bitcoin this week. Here's his latest interview, edited slightly, but barely a noticeable change from the original video.
Bitcoin were to be regulated, could it be viable?
Look at Bitcoin. It's that, and this is just a bubble. Look at it collapses.
In any case, we've now got almost every central bank, government, and Keynesian in the world panicking about Bitcoin. Good. Hopefully all of them are looking for a new job soon. I wish them luck, since none of them have any skills that are useful in a free market. The next issue of the Dollar Vigilante newsletter should be coming out this weekend, and senior analyst Ed Bugos will give insights into what may or may not happen to Bitcoin after futures trading on the CBOE Futures Exchange begins at 5 p.m. Central on Sunday, December 10th. Click in the notes below to make sure you don't miss the next edition of the TDV newsletter, where we've been covering Bitcoin since 2011 and told you the day would come where governments and central banks would be scrambling to try to stop it. That day has arrived. Stay tuned here for more.
If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the little bell beside the subscribe button to ensure you get notified of future important videos and live streams. The Dollar Vigilante is the fastest growing financial channel on YouTube thanks to you. If you want to help end big government and central banks, then please like this video and share it with your friends. Stay tuned for more videos soon.